Hello, everyone. This is episode 22 when we are in this together. And this is your host, Wissam Sharafuddin on dearbombblog.com. My guest today is Sylvie Saleh. Welcome, Sylvie, to the show.
Thank you. My maiden name is Jami, Jami.
Jemmy,
Jami. This is my married name, but I haven't changed.
would you like me? I'm going to call you Sylvie.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Let me introduce Sylvie to you. Just pull it up. Sylvie was born in Tunisia. She moved to Paris when she was 15 years old. She lived in Paris, then moved and lived a few years in Israel. She got married, then moved to the USA. Sylvie has two children and two grandchildren, and most of her family lives in Paris. She lives in Michigan today. Welcome again, Sylvie, to the show.
Thank you.
Before this show is, we are in this together is a non-scripted personal interviews that talk about our life during the coronavirus pandemic and social isolation. We started this back in March, in the beginning of the corona situation in the United States. And we've been going since then. Things have changed, the stories have changed also, but we continue to record these oral histories of our life during this historical time. And how this pandemic has brought us all together, and has brought the whole world together. And if people didn't feel that before, then now they feel it more than ever. So before we talk about that, Sylvie, I want to know a little bit about yourself. Tell us your childhood in Tunisia. How was that?
Oh my God, my childhood in Tunisia was beautiful because during the school year, we lived in Tunis, the capital. But in the summertime, we moved to the seashore because we had a house there. So it was all what I remember was absolutely a lot of beautiful memories between the ocean and the city and the friends, and everybody was happy.
What city in Tunisia was that?
It was Tunis.
In the
Tunis is
capital? Yeah.
That's the capital,
Hmm.
and the ocean house that we had, it's called La Goulette.
Hmm.
Maybe if you go on the map, you can see La Goulette. It was next to Sidi Bou Said, that maybe
Hmm.
you heard of it. Sidi Bou Said, it's also it's a suburb of Tunis, of La Goulette, and that's where most of the people lived.
Hmm.
Like
It's
I said, if you go on the map, you can see how beautiful the places were,
Here we
because
go.
Tunis is really on a, you see seashore. I mean, there is the ocean everywhere. The whole country is on the ocean. Also, you
Beautiful.
do have pictures there.
Yeah. So um, this is Tunis is one of the Arabic countries I want to visit. One of the first countries I want to visit after the pandemic is over. Really,
Oh, you
um,
want to go? I'll go with you.
it's very special because it is the only successful country out of the Arab Spring.
Yes, yes,
That the Arab Spring has transformed positively and successfully. It went
yeah,
through troubles for 10 years since the Arab Spring, but
yeah.
now it feels like it has gotten its act together, and things are starting to improve. Economically, still difficult, but politically, it seems that they're in a good place right now. What do you think? Are you following Tunisian
I
politics?
I am not following at all.
Hmm.
From the time I left in '65, I tell you the truth. I mean, I'm telling you, the exact truth, I was not interested at all about what happened in the country because we weren't treated very well. So I don't care what will happen to them. I mean, to the country. Yeah,
So, Sylvie, you are one of you are a Tunisian Jew.
yeah,
You're an Arab Jew. This
yeah,
is very it's one of the minorities in the Arabic countries.
yeah,
There were Arab Jews. Some people don't know that, but there are Jewish Arabs in every almost every Arabic country.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
It's true.
uh, and they lived there for centuries
Yeah,
peacefully, part of the Arabic society. There was no really differences between Muslims, Christians, or Jews. They lived
they were.
together for the longest
They,
time.
yeah, there was a little difference, in a way that at the beginning they asked the Jews to dress differently than the Muslim, but
Mhm.
after that, when the French came, we just looked the same.
You mean at the Ottoman times they asked them to dress differently?
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
The French came to Tunis very early. It's one of the very early places that were taken away from the Ottoman Empire. I think in 1863,
Yes, yeah.
something like
They
this.
stayed. The French stayed in Tunisia for at least a century,
Yeah, and they
at
have,
least 100
and
years.
Tunisia is so much affected by the French presence there.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Um, but then afterwards, I don't after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, different Arabic countries went through different circumstances, and it seems that the Jewish Arabs were one of those who were prosecuted first, that faced the most difficulties first in these countries. Your phone is making a little noise, I think, Sylvie.
It's my phone.
Okay.
What
So tell us, this is one
what
of the
happened?
stories.
My
We can hear you now. I can hear you.
So here we are. I said my phone is getting very hot. Did you want me to go? If I go on my computer, I don't know how I can find you again.
Um, okay, how long will that
Can
take
you
you?
hear me now? No.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Or you cannot see me. Okay.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. What about now?
Um, I'll tell you what. I can see you, but it seems that your phone is getting tired out of the broadcast, if this is the right word to use.
Very
Um,
hot. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
surprised.
So, how about this? Do you mind if we reschedule this tomorrow, the same time at 7?
Okay.
So we're
Wait.
more ready. It is
Tomorrow.
my fault. I didn't give you enough time to prepare by giving you the link earlier. Is
Wait.
tomorrow a good day?
Wait. 1 second. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 7. Can we make it a little 7?
Earlier?
No. Later, maybe than 7.
Sure.
How is how is it 8 o'clock?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. So tomorrow, Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we will meet
And I
again.
will go,
Let's
yeah, I will go on
consider
my
this,
computer. Yeah.
yeah, let's consider this a preview for our
Okay.
listeners. We are going to hear the story of a Tunisian Jewish lady who has become French and then became American. So she's a transcontinental lady, and we're going to hear her story. Thank you, Sylvie, and we'll see you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Isam. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.